Welcome back, everyone, or welcome if you just joined us. Right now, we're going to catch up with zookeeper Nico at the Rescue Zoo, and he is going to take us around on a virtual tour of the Rescue Zoo. So I hope everybody enjoys, and if you have any questions, ask them in chat.
Hi, I'm Nico and welcome to the first zoo and rescue center for exotic animals in Denmark and also my home. 20 years ago, my parents bought a zoo in Denmark and converted it into a rescue zoo instead. So today we are housing more than 600 animals, many rescued from different abusive situations. Are you gonna watch the entire stream while we're doing it?
I'm just trying to make sure I actually get you in the shot.
Okay. All right, guys, it is winter time here in the rescue zoo, so obviously everything is gonna look a teeny bit wintery, you could say. Is that a word?
Wintery.
Wintery. As you might have heard if you saw the interview from earlier, we are a rescue zoo, which means we take in animals who've had a hard life one way or another. It can be from the medical industry or cosmetic industry or private people obtaining illegal exotic animals. Or recently from the fur farm industry. Yeah. We actually have one of our furry friends here already on the stream, which is the servals. I don't know if we can come close here. So this is Felix, our serval male, right? The story about the servals here is that actually a reason why we are still a zoo and a rescue zoo, because what we do is we continue to be a normal zoo, so we sometimes can mix and match when we do get rescue animals in who are sitting alone. The servals, Freya, right? Freya were forcefully removed from a zoo that didn't take care of her, and then coming here and living at the rescue zoo, and Felix was a young male sitting in a zoo alone, so that way we could sort of mix and match and still still sort of make sure that the animals were not sitting alone, because when you're working with rescue animals, obviously you gotta be waiting a long time if you're trying to make a pair and waiting for another specific animal that has been through abuse. But of course we don't do it in the sense of supporting something that is not ethical, that is not because of breeding programs and rare species and stuff. But we made a amazing match here in Felix and Freya. I think Freya is indoor at the moment. We can move on to the lynxes maybe. But yeah, again, it is winter time, guys, and obviously everything is under renovation right now. Can we go over and see Luna and Nayla? Luna and Nayla over here are two beautiful European lynxes. Were also forcefully removed from a zoo that didn't take care of them.
We're kept in a 1x1 enclosure.
Yeah, we're kept in a 1x1 enclosure, as Alex just said, coming in here and getting a massively bigger enclosure. And also, as we talked about earlier, one of the big things when you're working with rescue animals that has been through a lot and has been, forced to live in small confined spaces is actually to give them bigger and bigger spaces over time. So like one of the first steps from rehabilitating these guys could be just being inside of the indoor enclosure, because everything else would have been a very stressful and not very good experience for them. Hi Luna. Are you hungry? They're getting quite used to us. They come over, they say hi, you can see they can recognize us. Kirino, do we have any questions here at the lynxes, maybe? Could you jump in and maybe somehow get it in there? Oh no, a fence.
Questions right now. So chat, I just want to remind you that you can ask questions. So if you have any questions for the enclosures that we're looking at, then just ask away.
Right, let's continue. We can talk a bit about what is happening over here. There's a bit of a mess over here. The reason is that, we love the nature aesthetics of the rescue zoo in general. The problem with that is just that...
As they look?
There's a delay. First of all, Alex, are they as fluffy as they look, the lynxes? Yes. Here we go. I can continue with that question before. This is our issue with the delay thing, but that is A-okay. And secondly, Alex, do you remember why they have a short tail?
Depends on who you ask.
Depends on who you ask?
Yeah, because if you believe this is the way things are created and that's the way they were, otherwise then it's to be, like, it's way back in the day. They used to have long tails, but due to, I don't remember the word in English, but because the blood circulation wasn't able to get out to the end of the tips of the tails, then naturally the ones that had the shorter tails were the ones that survived. So therefore, over time, the tails got shorter and shorter and shorter, and that's why you only have a tail that's 10 to 15 centimeters long, which is all right for a cat of this size because they don't usually run that much. You need the tails to balance when they're running and jumping.
Okay, so there's also evolution and a sense of some cats don't need it because of balance, or...
Well, because a lot of cats use their speed to hunt, whereas the lynxes are more known for their jumping abilities, having to run long distances to catch their prey. So they don't need the long tails like other cats would, and especially from coming from colder areas, the shorter the tail, the better.
Okay. All right, can you stop? No, I just wanted to, before I forgot here, awesome. Sorry, I just need to remember my train of thought here. What I started before was that we love the nature look and we love the sort of natural open space enclosures. Unfortunately, what happens is that over time and in very short period of time, they, Alex, you're a native speaker here. Give me a word. Deteriorate. They get destroyed over time. So one summer it looks great, next summer it looks like it's falling apart. So what we currently are doing in here is actually the first group of rescue animals coming to the rescue. So the capuchins, it looks like they're shut in.
No, it's open. They can just open and shut it themselves.
Oh, okay. How privileged. What I wanted to show is over here we have some of the gibbon enclosures we are currently building, and it's to give them a more sustainable space. It also makes the rescue zoo looks better when everything is up tiny and nice, and we just set up some of these enclosures so we can have some enclosures that looks nice over time. You disappeared from me. And the same here if we look behind Alex here. This is the biggest rescue project in the rescue zoo's history. It's the Java monkeys, the 17 Java monkeys that were rescued, all female, from the medical industry where they've been used for horrible testing, and again coming here getting a big and beautiful enclosure. But again, as we talked about before, it's about slowly getting them used to a bigger and bigger enclosure, and it's gonna take time. Can we go inside of the Javas? Well, there's not really a question. I want to show all our animals today, Alex. Let's see. I assume you have a key. Is he going inside the Java monkeys now? Because we can wait a bit.
I don't think so, no. I think he was just bringing down that because we're going to divert electricity from there.
Question from
over to there.
Chat.
Okay.
And they are wondering when they can visit the zoo.
I might have just been trying to avoid us in the camera.
28th of March we're opening up, and that is why you will see everything is in complete renovation state right now, because we're opening up for public 28th of March. Yes. So currently under a month. He did go in here. Well, let's wait a bit. I love that electrician.
Who comes voluntarily
and helps us. I just don't think he knows what we're doing right now. So he's gonna wait a bit. We're just gonna come back here. We did start a little funny end here, but let's go down to this end and see if we can start to see a lot of animals. I wanted to start going the correct route. That's why I wanted to go over here and start. But so I'm gonna lock my shirt here so you guys don't get wind. Actually, in here, this is where there's a lot of empty enclosures right now, Alex.
It's because the animals can choose themselves if they want to be inside or outside, and inside is heated.
Inside is heated, outside is cold. Over here was the green monkey who, with the passport story I told earlier in the interview.
Yeah, bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, Bruno Hansen.
Yeah.
I hope when we, if we start our tour up here in this end, we can eventually get around everywhere and everybody's going to be outside. Oh my, we have a lot of stuff to do before we open.
You don't have to remind me. I'm already aware of it.
Right.
So, chat is wondering where you guys are located and how far that is from
Where?
Oh, it's because I've been turning underwater on and off.
From what, sorry? I think Aalborg was it. From Aalborg we're about 6 hours, right? Or Malmö maybe.
Oh, Malmö.
Was it Malmö or Aalborg? Sorry, I couldn't, it got cut out the word.
Only took me and Joanne 4 hours to get there.
From Copenhagen we're about an hour.
Yeah.
From the Copenhagen airport. Should we go in and say hi to Darwin in that house and we can see the new lemur enclosures getting built? From Malmö it's also 2 hours, I think. Something like that. 2.5 maybe. Over here we have what is usually known as our primate island, right? Currently we have a lot of lemurs, and in the lemur world it is the females who are the dominant one. So sometimes the young bachelors get kicked out of the group, and that creates a bit of issues for us creating new enclosures and new groups. Let's see if Alex, if you just get a good close look up here at the lemurs.
Just trying to not get caught.
Alright. So Alex, what do we have here? That's the bachelor group?
This is the female group originally.
Oh yeah, you can also go in.
The one in the window was a rescue from AAP, and then we've been able to design a fully functioning group with her.
Yeah, we work together with what is known as transit places around the world, where basically we give a staying home, and some of the bigger rescue centers, they go out physically and rescue the animal, put them in transit, and then call out the rescue centers or rescue zoos like us and ask if we can build enclosures or give them a new and happy home. Currently what we're doing right now is we are building 2 brand new enclosures here right outside, side by side for each other. So the 2 lemur groups can sit next to each other and not fight.
And have a big enclosure.
And have a big enclosure, yeah. I'm gonna go in and say hi to Darwin. You're gonna open and lock many doors, Alex.
I'm on it.
Chat is wondering what you feed the lemurs.
Sure. What do we feed the lemurs, Alex?
I think a variety of things. We try to vary it as much as we can. So get fruit with vitamins on in the morning, or Darwin's fast asleep.
Is he sleeping? 42 kilograms of tortoise. We say a variety of fruits and veggies, and he woke up. But in the morning they get a bit of extra fruit to wake up, to get the blood sugar going, and then in the afternoon it's mostly veggies, right?
Yeah, just veggies.
And they're little sugar pigs, you could say, if they were allowed.
Yeah.
If they're allowed, they would eat just fruit, right?
Yeah, like children.
Like children. Isn't he a beauty, Darwin? Such a sweet guy. Darwin was actually, it's a bit of a special story. It was a different zoo that called us up and said that they had a giant tortoise who were being bullied by every other tortoise in the enclosure and being kept out of like getting food or being part of the group, and they basically just asked us if we could take him and give him a new and happy home. And so what I'm saying, guys, there are so many different fates, all from illegal pet trade, zoos that get forcefully shut down and the animals needs a new home, medical industry, fur farms, or in this case, just a different zoo that called us up and said, can you guys take this animal? It is in mistreatment here at our place. And he's doing so good here. Right now he got 2 friends also. Normally they're inside of our big greenhouse, but because it got too cold, unfortunately, in the winter time for these guys, we put them over here in this indoor heated area with the lemurs. There's 1 lemur in here, right?
Yeah, we're currently mixing him with a bachelor group. So in about a month, you should see him with 5 other boys.
Okay, that's gonna be nice.
It'll be fun.
Should we look out what some donations could go to besides food and taking care of them? We do have the new big enclosures that are being built out here.
Yeah.
The chat is asking once again instead. What your favorite animal is.
Chad getting a kiss. And my favorite animal, I'm not gonna answer.
We don't have favorites.
We don't have favorites. No. So it's like, if you're working with children, we have 600 amazing creatures. There is no favorite animal, unfortunately. Not unfortunately, I would never pick. And I would definitely never tell if I did have one. Fun facts about the lemurs is they don't have any natural predators, so by instinct they are actually not aggressive, which is not very common in any animals because they always have some predators, so that makes them by instinct be, on high alert because you need to survive out in the wild. But fight or flight thing. But the lemurs don't have that. It's not too bright. No, meaning they're just very calm and curious, and that could potentially get them in a lot of trouble. But there's no predators after them, so they don't need to be on high alert. And when we laugh a bit about them, it's just because when we do enrichment with them, they are not always the fastest to sort of get to know how they do the different enrichment. It could be like opening something to get their treat inside. It always takes some time for our dear lemurs. Let me see if I can show you guys out here. It's a bit windy, but check this out. We are building these 2 big outdoor enclosures because unfortunately we had some of them that got kicked out of the groups. As the group grow bigger and the females kick the bachelors out of the groups, also sometimes some of the young females, it's a normal thing. We had to adapt and we had to create new enclosures, and this is the latest we're building right now, so the 2 lemur groups can sit next to each other. And then we have a big enclosure over here on the other side where the main group normally sits. All right. Should we continue over? Guys, normally what we do here is that we are doing Waking Up in the Rescue Zoo with Nico on Twitch. So we are doing this morning streams on Sundays, and then Tuesdays and Fridays we are doing Working with the Keepers from 2 o'clock. Why are you laughing, Alex?
No reason.
Oh my God. It's so hard to work with them sometimes. We're doing Nico coming into the kitchen and trying to get attention from the keepers as they work hard on Tuesdays from 2 o'clock.
I was thinking along those lines, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, basically.
Mm-hmm. And I'm doing it for you guys' sake. I'm telling the stories about what we do with the animals.
Which is why we love to support you.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on with the tour. Again, guys, I wish I could show you the finished
Somebody's
rescue
asking what the most unusual animal you've cared for is.
Just know that it is because we are working. The most unusual animal we have cared for. Well, since all of them is exotic animals, all of them is kind of unusual, you could say. So it's really hard to pinpoint. And I feel like it's a backhanded trick question saying, what's your favorite animal? No, I'm kidding. It's actually very hard to... I think a big experience for me was that one of our gibbons, which is it's not quite a greater ape, it is known as the lesser ape, so it's the smallest of what is known like the human apes. It's in between of the two. It's not quite an ape or a, what do you call it? Yeah, monkey. No, it's in between. Basically, it's the smallest of the human apes, meaning they're very, very much resembles us as humans. We had a young female who got breast infection and couldn't take care of her young ones, and we were basically in the dilemma of taking him in and hand rearing them. We don't like hand rearing animals because it gives a special psychic on them. We don't believe in making them into pets in any way or form, but because they're so close and related to humans, you can't just take them out and give them a bottle and put them into an enclosure and let them be animals. You need to take them in and treat them like it were a child, because if you don't, they are just gonna let down and die in a corner. They are as fragile as a human baby would be. So big experience has been that we hand reared and took care of Carlos, a young gibbon monkey, and yeah, running around being a trickster, living outside the rescue zoo. Now going to be put together with another one called Gizmo very soon, hopefully. Well, and Rhonda. And Rhonda, yeah. Right? I'm going to stop talking so they can get through to me now. Maybe. Let's just walk in.
No, people are just appreciating the stream and saying how much they love seeing all the animals.
Oh, people are appreciating the stream and just love seeing all the animals. On a different note, sometimes, put just all the way up to our danger noodle down here. Sometimes it might not be a primate or a furry fox. Sometimes we also get reptiles, different kind of animals. For instance, this is a tiger python, which is illegal to have as private people. So when sometimes people do get them, they will get confiscated and in need of new home, which I believe was the case here.
Yeah, she's illegal to have.
Illegal pet trade she was through. Alex, you can't watch the stream. Alex, my cameraman today, she's trying to open the stream, watch herself. She forgets that she is the... Cool story actually about this greenhouse in here. So, as some of you guys might remember from the story inside, that 20 years ago my parents bought a zoo in Denmark and converted it into a rescue zoo instead, and Alex, I've heard that story a couple of times.
People in chat are wondering what a ticket to the zoo costs.
My parents, and they bought the place and converted it into a rescue zoo. I'm going to answer that after this. What I wanted to tell you guys is that my dad, when he was alive, unfortunately we lost him to cancer a few years ago. That is also why I'm home again, helping out by... Alex, you're dropping the camera as you're looking at the phone.
Yeah, no, I was getting you more in shot.
Oh, okay, good. Unfortunately, because we lost my dad to cancer a few years ago, that is why I moved home again to help out here in the rescue zoo. And to sort of see if we can do something by you know, I lost my train of thought here. What I wanted to say was that my dad, he thought so much together with my mother for the rescue zoo here, and when they had almost no funds, he wanted a greenhouse. So he decided that he was gonna buy all the parts, and he built this entire greenhouse by hand, by himself, alone. Just to give you guys in perspective of how much of animal lovers and animal people that my parents are and was. Of course, we still have my mother, the zoo director, which is working 15 different jobs at the moment still. So also a reason why I'm stepping in. I want to make sure we get the place to a state where we as humans don't need to suffer trying to do what we think is the right work here. But yeah, amazing job my parents did, and I'm trying to see if I can help it out. And one of the ways that I am helping it out is obviously with the live streaming and the game development. And I hope you guys are gonna appreciate getting these live tours here. And my point was, I can't believe my dad built this with his own hands by himself, which is pretty incredible. Yeah, I think it deserves, not just for our amazing animals and because they are the most worthy cause, in my opinion, to help the animals out. It also deserves, because of who were before me starting this place, deserves to keep making it grow so we can help more animals and respect sort of the memory of what were the initial in building this. Sorry of my rambling on here. Let's continue the tour. So obviously we are in the area where we call it South America, right, Alex? How many animals is currently South American in here?
One.
One animal is currently South American.
People are wondering what the temperature is like in there.
In a country like Denmark, sometimes you need to use the heated areas.
Move things around in the winter.
What is the temperature in here right now? It's not that much, actually. It's not that crazy as you would thought.
18.
18 degrees. So it's not crazy. Yeah, so the most tropical animals were moved outside in different houses, like Darwin, for instance, or the caimans, or the tortoises. Yeah, well, that was Darwin. And squirrel. No, what is it called? Squirrel. That's a Pokemon. What is he called? Tortoise and the other one.
Are you thinking of those?
Yeah.
Swamp turtles? I don't know.
Swamp turtles.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. What do we have in here? We have a coatis.
He's a very, very old boy now.
Yeah. We can go watch him, and I'm going to tell people to have in mind, and again, I think I talked about this before, we need to make sure that we tell people that we have not been, doing horrible things to the animals. So if you come and visit us and you see an animal that might be missing some fur, might be walking a little bit funny or stiff or look like it's an older animal, just know it is because it is rescue animals. They have been through a lot. This is like a retirement home for them because we think they deserve a good and worthy life. Oh, look, he got so happy seeing Alex. Cool. So he is an old boy. Look how cute he is. Oh yeah, he was a pet. Unfortunately, I think they are actually legal to have as pet, right?
Yeah.
Which, what?
Now they are.
No, now they're illegal, but they were legal and all. For many years, I think you need to rinse the lens afterwards. Yeah, for many years, some of the pet stores were selling these guys, and then they were telling people to don't give them meat because then they wouldn't
people are asking you to repeat my questions when you hear them, so that my voice doesn't have to be on stream.
Oh, okay, sure. I can do that. If you want me to do something again, I will do it. No, it's just if I could repeat the questions out when I get them.
It's because I've been training it and going away.
I didn't see. I was talking to you about the... No.
So that's why he's so friendly, because he's been getting trained.
Oh, I see. Oh, did you fall? Oh, okay. Right. Did they have any questions we needed to repeat now, Carino? Hi, guys.
Hi.
So, food kitchen. So how much has the corona situation affected the zoo? So obviously there's been some limitations in the areas where people can come in, but to some degree there has been something good coming out of it. Do you think they can see it? the good thing in quotes for us were that people were not going on normal vacation, so a lot of people were going to vacation houses. So when people were still last year able to go out and do stuff, they actually went a lot more out in vacation houses and visited places like the rescue zoo and stuff. So with that in mind, we had a better summer than we had in many years. And hopefully what that has meant for us is that more people now know about our existence because of it. So, yeah. Good. Lina, what are you making for?
Bigger monkeys, like the gibbons and some of the lemurs as well.
Gibbons and llamas? No, sorry, not llamas.
Jawas.
Jawas.
We've not made the giraffes yet.
Maybe, Sini, you can answer this. What is the loudest animal in the zoo?
The loudest one? I don't know.
I would say the gibbons, maybe. An easy
They
one.
travel the longest. Looks like
Yeah.
the longest.
Yeah.
Parrots are the more piercing ones.
That's
Yeah.
true. If you ask our neighbors, it will be the gibbons.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Peacocks also. Yeah, gibbons, peacocks, parrots, something like that. Lynxes in their, I don't know when they're in mating season, yeah, they can be heard from all night from my room. Right? Yeah. Does anybody have any more questions? That's true. Price of a ticket?
We're on the animal side, dude. That's your department.
I should know that. Is it 145 for adults and 90 for children, I believe. Yeah, something like that. We care about animals and streaming and stuff. But yeah, it is something like that. It might be 5 behind that, but that is the price. Alex, stop laughing at me. Should we continue the tour? So that's a peacock. You can decide for yourself how loud that is. All right. Could you put all the way up here? Oh. A little African gray sitting in here. Just want to eat this stream. Right, should we continue? There we go. Again, guys, remember, if you do enjoy watching these animal streams, we do it 3 times a week at Twitch at Play Rescue. You want to continue?
The camera.
Oh, yes. So when we're done with the tour, I want to do a teeny bit of a test. I'm not sure if we can at all. So inside of here, we have what is known as the Reptile House, also all the indoor enclosures for all of the tamarins. Unfortunately, this room kills the connection 100% of the time. But we actually managed here yesterday, we were streaming, to slowly walk in and show some of the tamarins and go out again. But we are not going to do it as the first thing. We're going to do it as the last thing, I think. So what we see here is another renovation project. This is actually the otters. We have Asian otters, I believe. Or do we call them Oriental or something? We used to say the names in Danish sometimes, so sometimes I get confused. But it's a small otter,
Yes.
and we are building this brand new enclosure. We're gonna make a complete rock formation on top of this, and there's an indoor heated house. And the great thing about this is that now we don't need to take them in on winter, so we unfortunately can't watch them because they're inside in the area where there's no connection in on winter because it gets too cold in the old enclosure. So that's what this is gonna do, is when this is done, they can be out all year round because they can just be inside the heated indoor enclosure when they don't feel like being outside. I think people are gonna enjoy the hippie cows, as they called them earlier. Usually they call them emo cows on the stream, on the Play Rescue stream, but another thing happening is, as you can see, some of these enclosures are a little bit muddy and stuff, and that is also why, as you heard earlier, we got one of these huge donation for a new drainage system, basically in the entire rescue, so all our enclosures can stay dry. Right now, the reason why is obviously because it's a very large animal, so they will basically walk everything down. But what we can do after new drainage system is that when we come into winter period and all the snow sort of melts, or rain seasons, it's not a rain season in Denmark, but it can feel like it.
Feels like it.
It actually goes down and it doesn't destroy. There's no people visiting in the winter time. We are close to the winter. So no, when we are open, it's only in the spring and until the Easter. No, what is it called?
Autumn holidays.
Autumn holidays. We close again. Let's continue. I feel like it's going to be a lot of talk about enclosures and stuff, and unfortunately that is just how it is here in the winter time. But we're going to see some animals here and there, but obviously it is easier in the summer period. One cool thing I can show you guys is this area here. And first of all, I just want to make it completely clear, this is just a sketch, this is just a drawing. People are not going to be able to be this interactive with the animals. It is just the freedom of the architect. But we are building a huge lemur island where there are going to be guided trips with a zookeeper, where there is no touching, there's no feeding, there's nothing in that sort of manner. This is just a picture of visualization of how the island is going to be. People are not going to be free roaming in there. But what we do believe in is that we need to care about our nature, we need to care about our animals, and we believe that first-hand experiences is one of the most important things to getting people to actually care about the animals. So having the facilities where the lemurs have huge areas where they can free roam, and we can take small groups of people in through with a zookeeper to educate them and tell them and give them a first-hand experience is the first step in getting people to really care about the animals and be more respectful of nature and animals in general. So one of the newer projects we are also doing, and then no need to show how it is right now. What is that? Mini Gasca? Oh, Madagascar. I was like, what? We can go all the way around and go in and say hi to Boris and stuff.
Yeah.
Some black swans and holy ibis in here. Sacred ibis? Yeah. We're gonna take the birdhouse tour later on, guys. A lot of these came from circuses or private people. The party and the fly swats. They have been so happy since they've been put together.
They have, honestly, they have.
Have you seen in the morning when they swim back and forth like all ecstatic? It's so great. I have your key, right?
You should do, but I've always got extras when I'm...
Of course. Oh, wow. I don't steal your keys. So, oh, there's guests in Boris' enclosure.
I won't be happy about that.
Oh, you didn't look happy about it either.
Oh no, I like it because it gets the old man up and running.
So inside of here, he was the one being after.
Oh no, he tells them off. He tells them off.
Inside of this enclosure, we have a very special guy called Boris, which is a red-ruffed wally. Red-ruffed lemur? Wally isn't the... Why are they called wallies in... It's weird. Red-ruffed lemur. And Boris is a very special boy since... Sorry?
Well, just let me get over.
As you might be able to see here, guys, he has like a twisted back and goes like in an S shape. So he is in fact a rescue. And one of the things we talked about earlier was that the animals needs to have a high living standard here, so they needs to be not in pain. As you see, he's used to getting treatments, both through his diet, but he also has masseuse therapists coming and giving him special treatments. And you know, obviously he's been through all like x-rays and normal medication and making sure if he needed to be on painkillers or anything like that. But high living standard and treatments to basically release stress or pain or anything related to his, I'm not sure if it was like scoliosis or a injury he's been through, but he's been here for many years. And you know, one of the special animals here at the rescue zoo. And as you can see, he's such a spoiled boy because he's just gonna come here and lay and like, I'm ready for my treatment.
The masseuse trained all the keepers to be able to give him a daily treatment as well.
Oh, so the masseuse therapist were training the keepers to give him some techniques to make sure that, because it as I said, okay, people in chat were saying they're called varis because of the Latin name, but it's just normally in Danish we call them vari, but it's just in English they're usually talked about as red-ruffed lemur.
He's created to his belly on the right hand side.
The right hand side.
That's why he lifts his arm for you.
Such a spoiled guy. But yeah, as I was saying, basically we wouldn't take him and keep giving him a life at the rescue zoo if his living standard was not high. And what I mean by that is if he were in constant pain, if he was not happy, if he was not benefiting from the treatment at all. But he is, even though he has his sort of thing that is wrong with him, if you can say so. But again, as I'm emphasizing, looking at the animals when you come and visit, our biggest job is to tell people that we did not do this to the animal. This is because of what they have been through or been born with. And we are just not a normal zoo. We think they just still deserve to be seen and heard and helped and cared for. And then all the other lemurs, the ringtail lemur group's also here, and he usually lives by himself, but they can go out by day together. But I think the gang was in here to see if they can steal food, right?
Yeah. But we always separate him off for feeding.
Could you get closer?
Gets what he needs.
The largest carnivore in the zoo is, Alex, lynxes?
Lynx.
That's the lynxes, yeah. Was he scared of the camera?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay, that was a bit close. Oh, Alex just let him smell the camera to see what it was. Does anybody have any questions about Boris before we move on with the tour?
Lemur kiss.
Lemur kiss. He grabbed one of the foot. All right, if we don't have any more questions, I think we should carry on, Alex. I think we are on a time schedule. And I know people definitely want to come see the rescued foxes.
Almost surely, yes.
All right, let's continue on. Oh, inside. Oh, can you get it through? Awesome. He can climb like normal. No, but he found his own technique.
He has, he really has.
And we also make sure that, you know, there's...
His enclosure completely.
Yeah, that we built his enclosure around his disability, you could say. I think when we go to the foxes, Alex, that when we go in there. No.
Okay.
Well, let me take this for a second. Right. Hi, Chad. Right. I stole it from Alex. It was actually not what I meant, but that's okay. That's Nilla. Right. Another lemur enclosure out here. Again, now we're moving behind the scenes here, guys.
These are some of the boys that are going over at the enclosure. We showed them earlier.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Now, a lot of what you see behind here is quarantine areas, and the reason why we need a lot of quarantine areas is obviously because we're working with rescue animals, that many of them can come in with diseases and different kind of stuff, so it takes some time to rehabilitate them and get them back. Can you open up here, Alex?
With the door, I see.
Oh, tricksters. Should we go inside?
We can do.
I think so. So, our most recent rescue endeavor here in the rescue zoo is because it is becoming illegal to have foxes for fur in Denmark. So, these sweethearts we met. And again, this is the quarantine area for the fur farm foxes. They're getting a brand new big enclosure, but these guys has been sitting in so small confined spaces where they couldn't even move or use their legs. So it's actually a good thing to give them a small space first to get used to life again. But look how fluffy and happy they are. Now I could imagine a chat melting. And we are too.
Yeah.
It is. They are so wonderful. And it's so wonderful to see how they grow slowly and get more comfortable in walking and moving and becoming back to life again. And they're also going to work as ambassadors of why people should not buy fur. To actually have a first-hand experience with them to see why and what you are supporting.
Educational.
Chat is indeed melting. That's a peacock.
They are good though, and got used to the sounds really quickly as well.
Yeah, they're a bit skittish, but more curious than skittish. If you guys check out my Instagram, that currently there's a story where right now on my Instagram story, I'm sitting inside the Why do I have living clouds in my zoo? No, as I was saying, currently right now on my Instagram, Nico Play Rescue at Instagram. Sorry, I got questions in my ear at the same time. No, I was just saying they were trying to steal my boots in my Instagram story that is on right now. They're so curly because they can control themselves. We were not sure if it was an injury or because of the small cage, but we have seen them actually stretch them out.
I think the longer they get to train their muscles up, the better it'll get.
Yeah. But it's obviously because of the small confined spaces that it looks like that. But they are more and more, and the weight, yeah. They're more and more getting used to using their tails again. Hi, buddy. You gonna come back? You gonna come back and say hi? Hi, buddy. Foxes nocturnal, Alex?
I mean, they're not really. It's usually like a dawn and dusk thing.
Dawn and dusk thing?
When it comes to this sort of thing. I mean, usually foxes tend to come out at night just because there's less humans.
Yeah.
It's not that their eyesight's that much better in the daytime than what it is at the night time.
Yeah. And again, guys, we can come back to the foxes. We just want to see if we can get around. And there's also Java houses and camels and deers and horses and porcupines and ganettas. There's a lot we need to cover. A birdhouse. Hopefully we can make it all. I just want to get out in the rescue zoo now and not show again behind the scenes with all our mess here.
This is the keeper area.
Keeper area, yeah. This is my building. See what I built. Does the foxes have a name yet? No.
No. Do you want me to take it over so you can...
Did you understand why what I was doing before?
No.
No.
I just sort of go with it. I need you on. There we go. There we go.
If I could be any animal, what animal would I be? I feel like again we are moving over to what my favorite animal would be, and you guys are not gonna get the answer out of me. I'm sorry. I would be every animal. Is she inside? Oh no, she's outside.
I'm gonna go for it now. There we go.
Let's see if we can get a good look at the flyer, the rescue serval.
Pretty old girl.
Oh, okay, what animal I identify as.
Oh, what do you identify as? I think that's a sneaky question.
I feel it's a sneaky. What's my favorite animal again? I don't actually know, honestly. I do like cats. You like cats too, Alex? Interesting to work with, and the behavior is. Yeah, I like. But I like every animal.
I think it's because cats sleep the most.
Alright, I can see my big boy here is looking at me. Anton, our Bactrian camel. And I'm still using my fun fact I got from Michael. I even put it in the video. Did you see?
I saw that.
I'm gonna give you guys a nice little fact when we get down here to Anton, our camel. Oh, I hope we are gonna meet again, Chad, at a summer stream.
It's so pretty in the summer.
A rescue center. So it's just important to put in front, especially when we are online, and some people might be hearing out of context. So we just always refer it to as what it is. If we could be allowed to name the foxes.
You got to go through the director.
Yeah, that's through the director. Oh my god.
Slobbery.
Oh my god.
What have you been chewing?
He is so excited. So this is Anton, our wonderful Bactrian camel that is very excitable right now. Fun fact about camels. So, guys, if you think about camel, how many humps do they have? So a camel have 2 humps, a dromedary have 1. And a good way to remember it is that if you put a Bactrian camel on the side, he looks like a B because he has 2 humps, where a dromedary, when you put him on the side, it is a D. So that's a fun way to sort of remember it. And people always get that confused. And secondly, people always think there's water in the humps. And there's no water in the humps. It is fat, they store it up so they can walk for long miles in the desert. Hi, Anton. Are you excited? Hi. We usually do a morning run, me and Anton. I don't know if he's excited enough about it today. A little bit. I see. So it's because normally in the furry community, you normally all pick a animal personality, so that's why they're asking. But
something you're gonna have to be a bit.
I think it's cat. I think it's cat. Cat fox. And I read somewhere that some people saying that I'm sure a fox is just a dog in a cat in a dog's body. And the 2 emus are sleeping, I see.
Yeah, they were up and about this morning.
I mean, we could look in, right? Would you look in? No?
You can jump the fence.
Oh, I can jump the fence. I think we should go inside of the Java house and show all these lovely ladies living there. What is the softest animal in the rescue zoo?
That's probably the fur foxes.
It's probably the fur farm foxes. Yeah, how sad that is. Yeah. Their fur is actually genetically made to be as soft as possible. But I mean, many of the animals are pretty soft, I would say. Look at this lovely big boy. A wallaby. He just got a new lady friend. have all the llamas. I think Nilla just gave all the llamas hay and straw, so that's why there's no excitement of seeing anybody.
Yeah, unfortunately he was trying to, because he had to do a trip to the tip, so he was trying to feed as many as he could for the trip.
Trip. Alright. But the gibbons and all, we can go inside now and see some of them, right? Yeah. Yes or no?
Yeah. We're all right.
Alex is so strict. There are certain times I'm not allowed to see my own animals because they are being tricksters. Some of the camera person, aka our head keeper, Alex. What is your favorite animal, Alex?
I love them all equally.
You love them all equally. You will not get us. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are inside of the Java House, which is the biggest rescue project in the rescue zoo's history. We rescued these 18 Java monkeys from the medical industry. It is all female group, and yeah, they have been through horrible stuff, which also means that...
Remember how they react when they see this? Some of them.
Sorry, I couldn't. They actually haven't been reacting anyway. I've been in here 2 times in a row now.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, Kimino, I will have to get that question again. My rude keeper here was talking to me. Hi, big boy. Hi, big boy. Hi. Queen monkeys always have so much personality. How many types of cats do we have? 3. So serval, lynxes, and ganettas. Is that as a cat?
Yeah, it's a type of fishing cat.
Okay, I just wasn't sure if it were more like squirrely.
No, they're like, I think it's like a polecat or a fishing cat, something like that they're classed as.
So yeah, servals, lynxes, and ganettas. Those are the 3 kinds we have of the cat. We're possibly talking with AAP in Holland right now. They asked us if we could take, what was it? Was it a, it's not a, Carcalia?
I don't know what that is in English.
My mouth can't do that.
It's got big ears.
It's got big ears. And we actually, one of the bigger projects we are working on right now is that there's a group of lions coming from a circus that we are trying to raise some millions to build Enclosure. The circus basically just left the lions at the side of the road in Spain, I believe it were, and just drove off.
And left the trailer.
If they still use monkeys for medical stuff in Denmark, I believe so, yes. But these guys are not specifically from Denmark, guys. Our animals is from all over Europe. The reason why we say we are the first zoo and rescue center for exotic animals in Denmark is just our location. Our animals come from all over Europe and potentially could come from all over the world. But yeah, I believe so, especially here with COVID and everything. I believe they're heavily used monkeys and primates for testing. And yeah, unfortunately not something we can do anything about. But what we can do is make sure we can help where we can.
Yeah, but these guys were used for cosmetic industry, and there's no reason for that to happen ever.
Yeah, so these guys were for, as Alex is saying, were for cosmetic industry, and as she said, there's no reason for that ever, where not that we necessarily agree with it with medicine or anything like that. There's more of a reasoning quote you can say if you agree with it or not, than heavily disagree with cosmetic industry, because that is just for looks, and it's not for saving a grandmother or stuff like that, no matter where you stand on that. And again, we don't try to go political here in the rescue zoo. We just try to help the animals and educate people. Move a little further. Have we rescued any animals from Romania?
I don't think so, but a lot of our stuff has come from transit places, so they might have been rescued from somewhere else and then they get picked up in Holland, Belgium.
Yeah, so as Alex is saying here, we work with what is known as transit places. Right now, a big rescue called AAP in Holland, and the animals come from all different kind of places where they come in, and we sometimes never hear the sort of fates or stories. Again, guys, this is just the indoor enclosures, by the way. Alex, can you come over and show the big outdoor enclosure for them? Just a that people don't think this is anything else than the heated indoor enclosure. Ooh. So here we have outdoor enclosure all the way around the house, where they can free roam. Can they go out to us? Okay. Just so you guys can see the scale of it. And in the summer period there's water falling here and stuff. It's just hard in the winter period because of freezing and stuff.
Yes.
Which animals in the rescue zoo has the biggest ears? Could it be servals? Or are we again talking foxes? That's hard. It could.
Goats.
Goats? Or llamas also. Llamas have long, big ears actually. These are questions we've never gotten before. Hi. Should we go towards porcupines and stuff like that? Fun fact, if you guys didn't know it, with primates especially, we humans tend to look people in the eyes and smile with our teeth. And on monkey language, that actually means I'm trying to intimidate you and I want to fight. So if you ever come across primates, don't look them in the eyes or smile with your teeth. Look away and show respect in that manner. Alex, don't laugh at me. Oh, could we get the capuchins out maybe?
We could try.
Don't you think if we stand out there and show you have Joan pockets?
I've only got a little bit of Joan pockets. I've not got good Joan pockets.
Joan is our zoo director, aka my mother, and Joan pockets is treats in your pocket. Yeah. We'll get any animal out.
Oh, there's one already, yeah.
Oh, two. One at the house and one in front. But if we go over here on the right side, why did you not fill up Joan pockets when you know what we are doing?
Shop to get all the good stuff. I do have a treat in process for them for tomorrow.
So what we have here, guys, is the first rescue group of rescue animals coming to the rescue. So these guys were rescued from a French university laboratory where they have been used for testing. For something with diabetes. You might remember the capuchins from Friends, the series Friends, the American TV show where Ross had a monkey. Different kind of species of the capuchin, but the same kind. Alex, the more you can get the camera in on here because it's gonna just focus on the fence.
There we go. Just try and get rid of some stuff.
Highly intelligent. They are able to use tools as the only one of the not human apes. So you will see them like pick up rocks and stuff and try to crack nuts.
There's the original boy. He's 30 years old this year.
There is a roof on the enclosure. Alex, could you put the camera up? Chad doesn't believe there is a roof. I promise you there is a roof.
This is Kiko behind me.
The old alpha male, Clo. Now you gave him all the stuff, now we can't trade with him.
No, he'll trade no matter what. He's a bottomless pit.
Do you have more?
Yeah, I do.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
There's a fun little thing. Just to show how intelligent they are, guys. So, I don't know if we can get...
I can do it from this angle.
So check this out. This is Clo, and he's the old alpha male. And he knows if he wants this treat, he will trade with me. See? He gave me a treat and now he gets a treat. And now he's taking the one he gave me back. Smart one, right? Sometimes he likes to do that to interns, give them a poo when they try to do it. And see what they do. So their neighbors in here, the green monkeys, they like to go over and show the treats that they just gotten and make them jealous and really show them and rub them in their face. That is such tricksters.
Naughty children.
And they ignore them. If there's any fights for alpha status with the capuchins, yes, we have had to take out a couple of the young bachelors of the group, actually 3. They are living in the house here next to the Java monkeys, as you can see. This is some of the newer rescue houses, we call them. We're trying to raise our standards everywhere to this standard, as you see. Yes, these new enclosures.
Sorry, I had a capuchin trying to ruin my bag.
That's fine. So yeah, we have a couple of them, and we are building new outdoor enclosures for those who got kicked out of group, just like with the lemurs. Also, the reason why we still do breeding programs, guys, is obviously because of keeping species of rare animals alive. For instance, with the lemurs are seen as the most endangered species of animals in the entire world because they only originate from one place in the world. So, and you can also say the most natural thing is letting the animals actually be able to breed. So we are in breeding programs with rare animals, and we are sorry, God. I just looked at my animals for a second. and normal rescue. And then obviously, just because you start thinking different at a point doesn't mean you get rid of all the animals we already have. Like, for instance, we have goats and llamas and all of them that are, in quotes, normal zoo animals. But just because we started thinking different doesn't mean we get rid of those animals. Hi. Hi, sweetie. She's so like ugly.
She is, isn't she?
And just as sweet.
No, she's a good girl, that
one. People are complimenting their haircuts.
They got style.
Yeah, they got better cuts than most people doing COVID. Do we wanna go over and give him a before you jump the fence? This is actually, remember the passport primate I talked about? This is the son of him. Hi. Mowgli. Of course. Do you guys want to go and see the raccoons?
Oh.
So people asking if we can rehabilitate the animals to go back into the wild, and no, unfortunately. So as we are a rescue zoo, we take in animals who have been through a lot of abuse. You should think about this as more of a retirement home, because many of the animals might have been through abuse for like 15 years or have been sitting in small confined spaces for their entire life. They simply have no natural instincts left, and because they are so sort of their body has been through so much. They might have a stiff finger, or missing a foot, or missing some fur, or no natural behavior left. It's all about giving them a few good years left they might only have. Secondly, if it were possible to put them back into the wild, there needs to be a place to put them into the wild. So you can barely sort of sustain just the working around getting the animals up to speed again and rehabilitating them. So first of all, extremely costly thing if that was even doable, and secondly, there needs to be an actual place to do it. We chopped down all the rainforest. People are excited to see the raccoons.
Rescues as well.
So unfortunately, no, it is not possible to put older rescued animals back into the wild. They would simply not survive the day. What could happen in the future is that we are in breeding programs, for instance, with super rare species like the lion-headed tamarins and stuff like that, that in the future, if the rescue zoo gets bigger and bigger, hopefully we could be in the work of buying up some land and making, sort of sanctuaries out there in some of these areas. But right now, the main focus is just, in quotes, just getting the animals, could get it close, just getting the animals rehabilitated and back to life. Again, rescue animals, older boys, a lot of belly fat on this older guy. And again, it's all about just giving him a good retirement, a good reminder of his life.
Very happy with my treat. I usually have mealworms for it.
By By the way, guys, the reason why you would see the enclosure is a bit empty right now is just because we have been cleaning for...
We started last night on remodeling it.
We've just been cleaning for, opening and remodeling and getting up to speed. These enclosures is something we are going to completely build new enclosures around very, very soon. Highest on some of the building list, but one step at a time, and currently everything looks like a building place, and that's how it is when you want to keep a high standard and build up the place. So could you, let's see, is she in here?
She's been hiding a lot up in the bunk beds.
I believe private people. Where were the raccoons rescued from? I'm not sure.
The female was privately owned, taken by the police, and then he actually got handed into another zoo, which meant we could get him over here to be a partner and a friend for her.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys. So what happened with the two raccoons here is one of them were handed in from private people to the police, and secondly were handed in also from private people to a different zoo, and then we matched them because we work together with all different zoos and rescue centers, mix and match like that. So both are rescues. Did you find something?
Stuff.
Did you put something? No.
Might have been less earlier on, putting biscuits out for them. Dog biscuits.
Can you go up and get shout him? If he will allow us. How much should we continue over to goats maybe? How much technology do we use to care for the animals, and how much is just manual labor from the keepers? I would say all is manual labor. The only work, the only help there is for the keepers for that sort of stuff. Hi. Should I? Okay. That is the machines, like a tractor or the golf cart and stuff like that. There's a lot of preparation and stuff in using like food machines and stuff. So at the moment it's easier just to cut all the food and stuff by hand. But anything we can do in the future, but again, it costs money. So the more focus there is on us, the more exposure and recognition there is for our rescue work, the more we can do to help everything involved in the process. Continue. Again, we can't wait for the rescue zoo to open up because it's to become summertime, because it becomes a completely different place when it's all green and summery. And more animals outside. Oh, this is a good one. So we enjoy having our nature park here, and the porcupines enjoy eating everything related to nature park. So this enclosure almost every single year get built up from the ground. Can we, should I do it?
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. There we go.
So let me show you guys what these rascals do. So it became winter time, and we had to see if we can do something about making the house a little hotter for them in the night so we can close the door. The same night, these guys ate the new door that we built. And they dig and they dig and they dig and they dig. So zookeepers, all they can do is, manual labor with all the holes. I don't know if we can get a glimpse of these. Hi guys. No, not anything else than just an indoor enclosure. If we had to do anything in specific to getting some of the animals ready for the Danish climate. And no, not anything else than just giving them indoor heated enclosures. No. No, I'm asking you, you're the head keeper.
Oh, sorry, what was the question?
Oh my God.
I thought you were answering something.
I said, is there anything we had to do to get some of the animals ready for Danish climate? And I would say no, because...
No, because the majority of them, they acclimise themselves to whatever area they're in. It's just if we get severe weather situations, then we do a bit of moving about.
Is there any animals that the visitors are allowed to interact with? The goats, I would say, is the only one that visitors are able to interact with. There's just strictly no fingers in and no feeding and no petting any of the animals. Hi, Carlos. Hi, Trickster. Hi. Woo. Hi. 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 Carlos was the one where his mother got a breast infection, so we had to take him in and take care of him and rear him to make sure that he actually had a life and could survive. If we get a new species in where we that we hadn't cared for before, is there a lot of studying involved? And I would say yes, there would, but we are so many people with so much experience that there isn't any animal that anybody haven't really worked with.
And if we do ever have doubts about anything, then we talk to the people who have the more experience and go and visit them.
Yeah, like for instance, we work together with zoos all over the world, and that's where we can get information if they were the case at any point. But like people here have been working with all from elephants to sea animals to lions and tigers and all, and that's why we usually only take people with experience from not just working in Denmark but being around the world.
Every single one of our keepers has been abroad.
Yeah, every single one of our keepers, as Alex said, has been abroad and been around the world working in different zoos and sanctuaries. Oh, look, baby mama. Look at this. Hi, sweetie. I know, what animals haven't we had in the rescue zoo yet that we would be interested in taking care of? All of them. I know our director Joanne really loves orangutans and chimpanzees and would love to care for some of these rescue. Alex loves big cats. I love penguins. I think they're really cool. Not my favorite animal, I just think they're cool. But again, we don't choose animals like that. They sort of choose us. Like for instance, now there's a pair of lions that need rescuing, so that's our focus, and seeing when can we get an enclosure like that built.
Daddy's coming.
Daddy's coming. That's Mozart. Hi. So cute. And now we get a little show of pee.
I think you're going to get something else in a minute. Look at little baby!
I'm not sure I understand that question, Karina. If any of the animals would have different features if they were in different climates. Like for instance, if you look at our Bactrian camel, he is originating obviously from a desert area, but his body completely goes into the cycle of Denmark. Like when it gets winter, he gets a thicker fur, and when it gets summer, he shreds his fur. So their body actually naturally sort of adapts to where they are.
Plus we give special vitamins to every individual depending on what they need.
Yeah. I don't know if my headset just died. No. Awesome. I did understand the question, in fact.
Good.
So the zookeeper for a day, what does that include? That is primarily aimed at for smaller kids coming and helping out with very sort of...
the adults enjoy it as well.
But the adults enjoy it as well, as Alex is saying. But that it is aimed at younger kids wanting to have that experience, sort of. But primarily it's about cutting fruit and some cases of helping feeding some of the animals, right?
They do whatever a keeper has to do.
But with a lot of restrictions in regards to, you know, safety and all, obviously.
Yeah, that's about the only thing. Certain animals are just too dangerous.
Like you don't get into the lynxes, for instance, and you don't get into the most rarest of the primates.
We adjust the day to a specific individual, but they do whatever.
You might help with the lemurs or stuff like that, right?
Oh, yeah.
And now we sold 10,000 days.
You want to feed the animal, you got to clean up the poop first.
Yeah. Zookeepers are called glorified cleaners. So why is that, Alex?
Because we basically deal with poop all day.
See, you're
I've got this one on.
Do you have any pets, Alex?
Yeah, they're all rescues as well. I've got a dog which had to be rescued. He had been locked in a cardboard box when he was 8 weeks old. I was supposed to have him for 4 weeks. We are now 7 years later. There was a cat that had been thrown in a bag. He must have been about 4 weeks old. Here we are, 6 years later. And then I found a chinchilla in a shop, a drive-in wood shop, trying to get heat underneath my car. So here she is 3 years later.
So I don't know if Alex has pets or just animals that invaded her home.
Invaded my personal space, yeah.
Me, myself, I do live in the middle of the rescue zoo. I don't really have any pets. I do have a cat called Fiona that you will also see on the stream now and then if you watch our live stream on Twitch. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi. It scared me a teeny bit. More for my camera.
I think she's half an hour away from her feeding time, so just.
That's why she's annoyed. They're annoyed because of feeding time coming up. Alex.
I'm sorry.
Every time when I work with Alex, her phone rings. So playful, these two. Kirino, could you try saying hi to me? I'm not sure if my headset died. I think I want to try as one of the last things I think we can do today. Oh, we haven't seen the CPUs and stuff like that. I need to make sure if it died. All right, we are still going through. No, it's just it gets so quiet, so I can't tell if it turned off. Where do we have the CPUs?
Over there. Everyone was together before.
Are they in the house? Oh, they're over here. They are over here. Again, guys, if you do enjoy this tour around the rescue zoo, they basically control the place, the peacocks. People who are asking if the peacocks are free roaming, and indeed they are. And as I was just about to say, I was just saying if people do enjoy these tours, Sunday mornings we are doing Waking Up the Rescue Zoo with Nico on Twitch, and Tuesdays and Fridays we are doing where we're basically annoying Alex and watching some work with the keepers. Look how pretty. And besides the delay, Kirino, I think it has been working very good, even though we sometimes talk over each other because of the delay. I think it's been working really, really good.
That's good.
Look at this pretty guy. Showing off. Now, if we can get a glimpse I don't know if you guys can tell, over here in the corner you can see Genetas. I don't know, maybe you can go in and open up so I can just walk in when it's all open. Didn't want to make too much noise, guys, so if you would just open everything up I can just sneak right in. Alright. Anyway. Whew, it smells like strawberries in here.
As well. They're 19 years old, so they're up in age.
19 years old, as Alex is saying, and also rescues.
They were kept in a horrendous state in the guy's basement.
They were kept in a horrendous state in some guy's basement. They've never been aggressive or that skittish or anything. They just more or less just look, what are you doing?
Yeah. That's why they know they're secure, they know they're safe. There's no reason for them to be
scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is just the indoor enclosure. I have outdoor enclosure as well. And remember, guys, every penny counts. Daily maintenance of the rescue zoo needs donations to keep on doing what we're doing and keep on buying treatments and food and paying keepers something sometimes.
Paying straw.
Keepers work on love. Love and hugs.
If we could, we would.
We just part $600 donations.
Oh, no way.
It's so good. Thank you so much, guys.
I can see a baby zebu butt.
You can see a baby zebu butt? Well, guys, that is amazing. Thank you so much. And see, we need to change this fence every single year because zebu butts like to scratch up against it. This is what we mean again with the nature park. We are basically upgrading. After many years trying to stay in nature park, we have to upgrade to more metal-y thing, unfortunately, because it is more sustainable and it looks better over time. Like these enclosures you see here, you can mix and match with some nature things, but all the nature stuff have to be changed. All the metal stuff, it just keeps looking as it should.
Keeps the structure, we do the decoration.
Yeah. Hi. You guys might remember these, by the way. Huge enclosure, a little smaller because of the lake in the middle right now. Because of rain season, and again, drainage. This is what we mean with drainage we are getting. People are asking if we have any plans of the specific donations coming for NFC. Actually, right now, the plan for those donations is because we are still waiting. So many people got aid here in COVID times from the government, and we still haven't gotten anything. So we are running critically close to not being able to pay bills because we haven't been paid yet. The aid thing in the months we were forcefully closed because of COVID. So they are going to go directly into keeping us afloat.
Yeah.
Look at the foxes running around.
Watching them chasing each other. It's good. Bit of exercise.
I was thinking if we go all the way around and then go into the greenhouse, and then I really would like to see the lion-headed tamarins.
Yeah, well, we can give it a go.
say that.
I believe in it.
We believe in the connection of the camera and the reptile house. Are you guys enjoying the tour? Me and Alex are enjoying giving you guys a bit of a special private virtual tour here. We were supposed to be, you know, me and Alex were supposed to be at the FuzzCon convention. We were actually really looking forward.
We're really looking forward to it.
Alex was freaking out when I told her, and I asked Alex, do you want to come with me? Are you seriously, do you want me to come with you to it? Of course, Alex, you're a head keeper. I need you to come and represent. So maybe another time we get to meet you guys real life. It would be really fun. Speedy boy.
He's got a lot of energy, doesn't he?
People are asking if we would consider coming next time if we had a physical when they have a physical convention. Definitely, that would be really fun. Definitely. Wait, sorry. There's so much stuff everywhere, so I want to keep eye contact and saying hi to people, but I also don't want to fall. So much building going on. Definitely, that would be really fun. And I feel like it could not be a more... People loving the tour and the passion we have for the animals. So that's nice.
Good.
I was just about to say I could not find a more fitting community for what we do with the animals.
Exactly.
Alright guys, we are going into, what should we call it, the danger zone? We have this area where there is absolutely no location, it can die. We will go out instantly if it happens, and I will not go to the critical place. There's just one tamarin primate there I really want to show you guys. We're going to go slowly over to there and go out again if anything starts to happen. We have cotton top tamarins in here, in the enclosure. And over here, we have the very rare species of lion-headed tamarins, which are so pretty. You guys tell me if I need to flee out because of connection issues.
So far you're going strong.
Nice. Are we good, Karina, on your guys' end? Okay, we're gonna flee the scene, starting to break up a teeny bit.
You were doing well.
You're doing well. Yep. Let's just... Oh, birdhouse. Completely forgot.
Birdhouse.
Are we back to normal now that we left, or do we need to do a quick on and off? Because if we get now staying issues, it has worked. Okay, you guys tell me if we need to do a quick restart. That will take 30 seconds. And that will resume the full quality again if that was the case. So it's not a big issue if we need to. But I think it was worth it. It was worth it getting a teeny bit of a shot of these two beauties. That's nice. All All right, guys, we are next up. It's hard to do a selfie mode, but it's more usual for me to do a selfie mode, though.
That's what I usually do.
We are continuing the tour, going into the birdhouse now. So hope we have some people who also gonna enjoy that. Well, I think they're gonna enjoy everything animal related. Oh. You guys still annoyed because food has not arrived yet?
It's because I've got one of the keepers on there that's not used to being on it, so she's a bit slower than the other one. Oh, leg in the air.
Sexy. Look at him playing.
I'm cutting down all the branches here.
Look at her, she's like just about to jump him because he's playing. What are you doing? There's cameras on. I think their ears could potentially be in the spot of the biggest ears.
Llamas have still got bigger.
Oh yeah, obviously they're bigger, but I'm just saying. Well, donkeys as well, actually.
Oh, everyone's on the move.
What's happening? All the donkeys are on the move. Alright. Birdhouse. Where you guys are gonna say hi to cockatiels, macaws, Amazons,
Patagonians.
Do we think we can get a shot of him without him running? Look at this baby. Holy Indian cows. These guys are zebrus. As you can see, they actually have a hump on their back, which means that they are what is known as a zebu. They are Indian cows. Holy cows.
Vishnu.
What do you say?
Vishnu. God.
Vishnu, Indian god. He's a zebu?
Oh, the cow.
A cow.
It's Vishnu.
You want to say hi? You want to say hi? You know you want to. You know you want to. Hi. He loves a good scratch. Fat. Also fat in those humps, right?
Camel.
Just like the camel. All right. Let's see. Oh my God, Alex.
Nice.
I just wish we could put a green screen up.
Listen.
Behind the scenes.
Keeper spot.
Keeper spot behind the scenes.
Like area.
Right. In we go.
Noise.
Guys, prepare your ears. Hi, Ola. Hi, Ola. Hi. Many of these birds are coming from private people who couldn't take care of them. What happens is that people get them as pets and then don't realize they live a human age length. Just know that if you see some of the nails being a little long, we are on it, and it is birds that are coming in, you know, rescue birds, so it's over time you sort of rehabilitate them and take it in steps, like cutting nails and stuff like that.
Work on the trust.
Yeah, work on trust before you do it. So we have, somebody's asking if the peacocks is escaping now that they are free roaming, and basically they get food territorial, they get food one place, they stay the same place. Sorry, I'm trying to not lengthen my answers because they will catch up on me talking and just go crazy. All of the macaws, as you can see, is outside. They don't like anything, those two.
Oh no, they make noise whenever they hear anything.
So they see and they just stop and go crazy. Hello. Hi, Ula. Hi. It's a little windy here today.
I was probably getting it in from all the doors.
Yeah. We also have a hawk inside of here, and he was rescued, I believe in Italy, was it? The hawk, wasn't that from Italy? In Italy?
I just remember a story about one of them being found with an injured wing.
One more time, Karina, what was the question? Should go around and see if you can see them all outside.
We've got the big ones there.
Yeah. I couldn't do it with one hand. How many species of birds do we have? And what is in the small cage? I think the small cage was just a transportation cage.
Yeah.
There was nothing in it.
Oh no, that's like I've got someone that's sick or
It's just,
something like that.
yeah, Alex said if there's no animal in an enclosure that small, it's just if someone were sick or something, it needs to be taken out from the herd for a period.
That would only have to be used as a temporary thing for like parakeet.
Yeah. It would only be used as a temporary thing from like a parakeet or something, as Alex is saying. But how many species of birds do we have, Alex?
Oh.
That is your show.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, I think.
12 different kinds of birds.
13.
13.
14.
14.
14.
Well, you can hear the gibbon singing.
We can travel for up to 5 miles if the wind's going the right way.
Oh, the gibbon sounds?
Yeah. Hi.
Oh my gosh, so loud. So loud, you two rascals. Alex, how many canine species do we have?
One.
One, which is?
Well, I'm guessing the foxes come under canine.
Alex is saying, I'm guessing the foxes are coming on the canine.
Yeah, pretty sure.
So happy. So elegant.
She is. She's a very elegant lady.
What?
Are they saying anything?
What? You laughed at me.
I always laugh at you.
You laugh at me.
Hi, Ola.
You want to say hi?
Hey.
You want to say hi? Is this what you're after?
She usually just wants attention.
You just want to...
It's the other two that want food.
Hi, girl. Hi. Hi. You want? You coming? Can I interest you? That's completely sure, buddy. scissors?
You want a longer one?
Yeah.
A longer one.
Well, you can do it because I have all the technology here. I think they get a bit scared about the camera and all. Because you know guys, I'm having both like a backpack with all of the streaming gear and then a handheld camera and all. Are we still on? I think we are. Yep. Yep, it's going good. Right, I mean, I think at this point there's not many places else we can go, unfortunately, and everyone else is on heated indoor enclosure for the winter.
Unless you want the ponies and the horses.
We have ponies and horses still, and we can go revisit a favorite of people if there's any requests. Else I think we're good on time, right guys?
Yeah, because unfortunately I've got a lot of stock that's on in the winter stalls and you don't have any signal in there.
Yeah. Okay, I have about 10 minutes left. Do you guys want to go for horses, ponies, or foxes again? Okay, so let's go down and put the camera at the foxes as the last thing we can end with.
And they can run it by.
Does that sound good to you guys? We are ending with putting the camera down at the fox enclosure so you can watch them free roam a bit before we cut over. Foxes. We have brown lemurs in here. Let's just walk around. You gonna come out? We only have a couple of minutes, Alex.
Usually takes them a couple of minutes to know there's something going on.
Yeah, let's just continue. But it's been really lovely showing you guys around the rescue zoo. I hope everybody has been enjoying it. And remember, every penny counts, guys. And if you want to follow more adventures in the rescue zoo, there's obviously we are live streaming 3 times a week on Twitch, also YouTube and TikTok and Instagram at Play Rescue. And yeah, let's go over and end it at the foxes enclosure. Okay, let's watch us instead of.
It's called organized mess, Nicholas.
Organized mess, okay. By the way, guys, look what I just recently built. We had damaged roof. I'm very proud of this. We had a damaged flat roof. So, and inside of here we have a medical room, the keeper's break room, an office, and I have a streaming studio as well. And the entire building has been underwater and is completely damaged. So far so good. So far so good. I have built a tilted roof and now I can start renovating the building so we can get back into having all those facilities. They're asking what kind of horses we have.
Oh, I don't know what they're called in English, but we've got 3 Shetlanders. And then the bigger ones, I don't know what they're called in English.
Pure Hester. Any Swedes who can get that into an English sentence?
Sorry, I'm really bad at the English names sometimes.
Hi guys. Hi. Hi. Hi, sweethearts. Hi. Could you open up?
Yeah.
Let's go in and put the camera up there where you say they can reach when I say they can't.
One day you'll get a surprise.
See guys, this is how much animals poop when you have 600. And again, just know guys, quarantine area here, they had to be far away from everybody else because of fur farm and diseases and all, and just getting slowly used and back to life. Let's see if I can put you guys up here. this is a good angle. They don't want to be inside now. If we sit here, Alex. Alex, if we sit here, don't you think they? No, they're too used to us already today. Oh, he sees the camera already. Trickster.
Camera can't see you though.
That's okay. But it's so nice to see that the foxes are slowly getting back to a more sort of normal sort of way of behaving and moving and using their legs, and they're also losing a bit of weight. You know, they've been sitting in so small and confined spaces that all they've been able to do is just eat and sleep and you know, gain weight.
Gain weight. Hi, big boy.
Do you have anything you want to ask, Irina? Oh, are we soon at the cutting over?
Okay, guys, I hope you all enjoyed saying hi to all the lovely animals and enjoyed your tour. Obviously, we've said this many times, but there are ways to help out by donating and following Nico on social media. And what you get from that is basically a lot more content. They stream from the rescue zoo like this pretty often. And yeah. So please be active in the charity part of the Discord, and we'll answer all questions that you may have. And yeah, I would like to thank you all for watching and hope you have a lovely rest of your day. Bye, guys.